Hey everybody, I want to take a second to talk to you about the Manatraders series. Manatraders is now sponsoring the channel, RW Hobbies, or RW Makes Magic, helping me get all the decks I need to make the videos that everybody wants to watch, so really appreciate that. But another big thing that's awesome about this is I get to play in the Manatraders series, which is an awesome series. Best prizes online at the moment. 15,000 monthly payout. That's to all their players. Free entry. It's open to all, even non-Manatraders users, but the Manatraders users, like people subscribed, get 10x prize multiplier, so you get a lot more prizes if you're subscribed. And honestly, it's really hard to play Magic Online nowadays without Manatraders. I was one of the lucky few who could keep doing it because I had a large collection from before they started, but there's not very many people like me left that just have an old collection on Magic Online, and honestly, even with that old collection, it was still really hard for me to change decks and keep trying out new things. And now that I have Manatraders back, I feel like I'm gonna be able to do a lot more videos, do a lot more with the thing. And honestly, I don't think you can get into Magic Online without using it nowadays. I think it's just a must-use. And if you want to get subscribed to Manatraders, you can help out the channel by using code A22EN when you subscribe. You get 15% off, be eligible to play in all these series. Even get to battle against me on there. So, should be a lot of fun. And remember, I'm going to let you get to the content now, but remember, if you would subscribe, it would really help the channel. So, thanks everybody for that. And with that, we'll talk to you next time. Welcome to another episode of Making Magic Happen, brought to you by RIW Hives and Games in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, and today it is finally here. I'm playing the Manatraders series. We're playing Standard. I know people prefer to play Standard on Arena, but I think for tournaments, especially high competitive ones that have money on the line, I actually think MTGO is a better software. It looks worse, certainly. Aesthetically, it's not as pleasing, but the actual mechanics on MTGO are better. There's you can set stops easier. It's easier to not telegraph your hand. Mystical Dispute is infuriating on Arena. If they ever they just always know you have it. If you just leave up a blue spell, you just you get priority and they just know you have it. So I like that that's not the case here on MTGO, and I'm playing rogues in the event. So especially in a flash deck like this, I think it matters a lot that your opponent can't see when you have priority, all of that. Okay, so what am I doing? Well, I thought Rogues was going to be the best deck. I kind of thought it was going to be the most played deck. I wasn't positive, but I thought it would be the most played deck. It turns out that it is the most played deck, and I thought Yorion was going to be much more played. I actually kind of wish I'd played Yorion now, even though there's a lot of Rogues. It's double any other number of deck, although it's not a crazy percentage. It's still only about 20% of the field. So I'm playing Rogues. No Temples in the deck. I'm playing Zagoth Triome instead. In a field dominated by Rogues, Scries don't matter. You put something on top of your library, or you bottom it, one or the other. And if you bottomed, it may or may not matter because you're getting milled anyway. So it's just who knows? The Scries just don't do anything. I'd rather be able to cycle if I flood, which doesn't happen that often with this deck. But when it happens, it's awesome that you got to cycle and you're not stuck flooding. It can happen with Into the Story if you draw a bunch of lands and you just have you're going to keep hitting your lands for a bunch of turns and you'll be able to cycle at some point. It also turns on my Castle Lockthwain, which is good. I considered a second. It would probably have to be over the Hagra Mauling I'm playing, which I didn't really want to do. I'd rather have the spell, I think, although I could definitely see a Lockthwain. I have no Crab this time. When I was doing the qualifiers, I had the Crab. No Mill Crab this time. Instead, I'm playing some Fairy Vandals, which is a bit of a weird one, but it is a flash flying 1/2 Fairy Rogue, and it says whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Fairy Vandal. And the way I'm enabling that is obviously Into the Story, but I also have Frantic Inventory. So this lets me draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of cards in Frantic Inventory in your graveyard. I found this to really help in Rogue's Mirrors. I found Into the Story to be the most important card by a lot, and a lot of the fighting should be over Into the Story. And what ends up happening a lot of the times is you trade counter spells for that card. And if that's the case, I wanted something to kind of approximate into the story. And Frantic Inventory was the best thing, especially when they're milling you. It's pretty close. The rest is all pretty standard. I'm playing some Didn't Say Pleases because I didn't have crab, so I wanted a little extra mill, but also a little extra interaction. Kind of the perfect in-between point there. Sideboard, I have 3 Agonizing Remorse now. I hadn't played it before, but I think it's one of the best ways to deal with all the escape in the format. You can take it out of their hand to begin with, and then, if you really need to get something out of the graveyard, you can just target the graveyard too. We've got 2 Skyclave Shades for red-black, although I'd probably bring them in the mirror as well. 3 Low Mage's Dominations. I love this card. I wanted a 4th, but without crab, it is less broken. It's just fine now. 2 Extinction Events, mostly for red-black again, but basically anything with escape creatures. Soul Shatter here for Dream Trawler and Wicked Wolf. Another Blood Chief's Thirst for aggressive decks, and only 1 Cling to Dust. I'm trying Agonizing Remorse over Cling to Dust because I've been very unhappy with Cling. I think it's not very good. I really wish I had a 4th Mystical Dispute. I couldn't find room. I was playing the Remorse over it. We'll see if that ends up biting me with how dominant Rogues is in this field, but I thought 3 with all the counter magic I already had was basically enough, especially when I add in Agonizing Remorse. But the event's about to get underway. Let's get started. All right, ready to go. We're here for what is round 2, but the first round of the thing. Again, opponent no-showed for the first match, so here we are. Opponent is playing... Oh, let me pull it over here. Green-white ramp. They have 4 Vivian Monsters Advocate. That thing makes creatures that's scary. Ugin, also scary. The rest of this, not all that scary. No really escape anythings, and not even escape creatures in the sideboard, which is wild. You always see the spiders, so I think this is good for me. This is the type of matchup where my creatures are going to really shine. I really just have to counter Yorion, Ugin, and Vivian, and I should be good. The rest of the cards don't really matter. ECD doesn't hit anything. I guess I might need to counter into Mario's Call, but again, not a huge deal. And our round begins. Even won the die roll. That's great. I would, in fact, like to reveal that. This hand is a little bit awkward, but I think on the play it's certainly a keep. I'm definitely leading on Fabled Passage. The question is, what am I doing next turn? It's probably Thought Thief into this plus this, assuming that I can draw another land in between there. Does Wind Robber change anything? I think that it doesn't. I'd rather sequence on turn 3, like hope to draw a land and then start sequencing these, although... It does mean that these are attacking for like 6 next turn, which is kind of a lot. Opponent could Glass Casket this, though. I think given that I don't have the land, I actually am going to double 1-drop, which is awkward because if I draw a land, I will really regret this. I'd much rather be able to go 3-drop plus 1-drop next turn, but I think this is going to end up being slightly better. We hit 2 Tangled Florahedrons! No ramp for you, opponent. Ooh, and they had to actually just play the Tangled Florahedron. So they must have a pretty land-light hand, given all that. Alright. So now we get to go very aggressive. I think we're just going to kill opponent before they do anything. This is a very, very aggressive draw from Rogues. Holy cow. Opponent can't even Skyclave here. They don't have double white. They could have a Glass Casket. Oh, they're cultivating? Are they dead? 5, 8. They go to 3? They don't even have sweepers in their list, I don't think. I'm like fairly certain they don't. No. Beanstalk. Yeah, they could. I mean, they have Ugin, which is a sweeper, but nothing else. Yeah, they are just actually dead. Okay, I mean, Into the Story is not a bad draw per se. Opponent is in a lot of trouble here. They can't even sweep this turn. I don't know that they have an out, if we're being quite honest. Just your classic turn 5 kill with rogues. Yeah, that was very aggro. So post board opponent is going to bring in 3 run of fouls and some scavenging oozes. Even have Elspeth's Son's Nemesis, which is, I guess that is an escape thing, sure. It's interesting. I don't think I really care about much of this, though. I do... Honestly, I don't think I want to change anything. I think I'm going to cut the Heartless Act for sure. I kind of want to leave in 1 Mystical Dispute. And... I actually like the Blood Chief's Thirst. There's a chance I should bring in the 4th one. But I don't want to go that deep. They have 4 Shatter the Skies post-board, too. That is a little awkward. Yeah, there is a chance I want this. I actually just think I want a Mystical Dispute. I think I just want to get under them. I think Fairy Vandal might be kind of bad here. Although, I don't hate it. On the draw, this just doesn't... I mean, it kills Scavenging Ooze, which they certainly have brought in. I'm supposed to have it. Alright, I will cut the Dispute. And I think I'm just going to cut a Hagramoling on the draw. It's a tap land. I'm on the draw, so I get another look at a land. I could actually buy cutting it into the story. I would buy that that's where I'm supposed to go. Is this hand good? I think it's a keep. I don't think it's particularly good. Question is, am I supposed to lead on Triome or Clearwater? I'm just going to play Triome again. Kind of regretting the land decision now, not going to lie. Not the end of the world, though, certainly. So I do need to approach this turn... Ooh, that's actually good. So I do need to approach this turn from the idea that I'm getting Skyclave Apparitioned next turn. I think that's very, very likely. So certainly it's going to be better to double spell than to play a 2-drop that is like a better target for Skyclave Apparition. So we'll play the Pathway. Nope. I'm going to run this play again. And start to get going at getting under them. Zagath Triumph over Temple, already paying off. Look at this. This would be tapped next turn if this was Temple. Love it. Love the innovation. Alright, so I do think I'm getting Skyclave. Oh, Cultivate. Interesting. So I think this actually works out pretty well for me. Um, so this does make these bigger, but then I make myself very vulnerable to many things, which I do not like. I'm actually kind of getting close by just attacking with the Wind Robber. I'm not that close, but I'm still, like, if I play this next turn, it'll all be on. Alright. I want to leave this up, I think. Too scared of a Shatter or a Vivian here. Both would be very, very bad for me. And if they don't do one of those things, I still have this or this to play. I'd probably play this. I don't want to use this. I'd rather save this. If they... Okay, Scavenging Ooze I don't care about. Scavenging Ooze is A-okay. Let's hit him with the Thought Thief. They have Run Afoul. They could make me sacrifice a creature with flying, but I have a Wind Robber, so not really the end of the world here. Looks like opponents going to town on their own graveyard. I guess they're trying to slow down my accumulation of the things, but yeah. Ooh, Fairy Vandal is actually a very good draw. So I don't have Lords here. I think that's okay, though. Stuff is back on, which is nice. Still holding up Dispute. There's just too many things that are just very, very bad for me here. Like a Vivian. That one's probably pretty bad for me, I imagine. Yep, I don't like Vivian. Okay, so kind of an interesting spot. Definitely going to play the land. I think I am supposed to Wind Rob pre-combat. I'm not really committing here. If they want to block here, I am A-okay with it. I don't think they will. No, they do. Okay. Still fine with it. They're eating. Okay. And again, if they do have like a sweeper this turn, I can just sack both of these and it's just like a 1-for-1. It's just not that bad for me. Like being able to get your card back is pretty nice. And if they don't sweep this turn, I get to Vandal, sack 1, and play Frantic Inventory. Alright, another Vivian I don't love. How do I want to handle this? I want to play this first. I think I don't. Okay. Kind of a bust here. I guess I could have sacked. I kind of want to sack these. Okay. This is not good. We do not want to flood here. Not like this. So Drawn to the Lock is good. It's definitely something we needed. I can kill Vivian, but I have to give up my Drown, which I kind of hate. How bad is it for me? Because drowning here leaves me just super vulnerable, but they only have 2 cards in hand. I don't really care about this all that much. It's worth a lot of damage to kill this, kill that. I can also just kill that. Just leave this in play and still have this. They only get to... They probably eat here. How bad is that? They certainly can't block here. So I can just activate this. Alright. I think I'm going to start by just attacking Vivian. I'd rather save Drown. Okay. And Lurrus doesn't really do anything. I think I'm just going to castle Lockthwain next turn. I like Drown their play plus Lockthwain here. So this means a Yorion could come down. Yorion doesn't matter, though. This thing I don't like. Alright. I will counter target spell. Gonna need to find more counterspells soon. Opponent's only got 28 in the library, though. Looks like they're maybe just trying to get aggressive. They only have one card in hand. 6. I mean, my life total's at 20. Yeah, this is fine. I'm taking a decent amount here. They do have Ugin mana, which is kind of scary. I think once I kill this, though, I don't think I can really lose. Not a great draw, but not a bad one either. Question is, do I want to use that? I think I'm fine letting this get eaten. Alright, well now the Scavenger is kind of a problem. We have also just whiffed repeatedly on interaction. We've only drawn creatures, which is not really where I want to be in this matchup. I would like more interaction and not 8 lands. I don't think this really matters all that much, though. How likely am I to be able to mill out my opponent? Don't know. I'm going to play this as blue. I do think I'm supposed to Thought Thief. So I'm probably going to have to trade this with this. If they have like an Ugin, things get pretty bad for me. Can they kill me? They certainly can kill me if I let that happen. This feels like an Ugin's resolving. I have played in such a fashion where they might think I have a counterspell, but also, like, you would never not jam. Okay, Yorion's fine. It's actually just a 4/5 here, which, I mean, isn't great for me, necessarily, but is fine. Alright, so they're out of cards. What do they do with the Scry? Puts a card on top. So they like their draw step. They need an answer to this. Spell would be good here. Especially... Alright, you got it. Not that. That was not good here. If I can kill this, I think I'm in a good spot. That's not very good. Oh boy. Yikes. And nothing here. I'm having a chump here. That's pretty bad. Lurrus, I think, doesn't really do anything. I probably need to get it, though. Alright. Here we go. I do have a block here, so that's not an attack. They're probably just sending this, which I end up chumping, which I don't love, but it's where I'm at. If this card is good, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. This deck, not very good. Ugh. That's a good draw. We've already gone through, what, 2 of them? They do have 4, though. Probably just blocking here. Alright. You got it. Can I draw a spell, please? That's good. That one's good. Is it enough to save me? Probably not. But maybe. Eating all of the things. Nothing in there worth hitting, right? I can't even use this, which kind of stinks. This thing's going to be an issue. I might have trouble with this one. But they only have 23 cards in library. Ugh, I got to cast it off the top. I hate it. Brick! Draw land. I've milled very few land. I assume another reach, yep. Run afoul? Does that kill me? No, I go to 1. Glad I didn't cast this, I guess. So this is turned off now, sadly. Can I draw into the story? No, apparently I cannot. Alright. Could not find an into the story to save my life. It's alright. Alright. In retrospect, I like this less, and I want this. I also think another dispute is kind of good on the draw. I'm actually just going to cut these. Do I want anything else? I want this back, actually. Alright, we're going to take out that. Yep. So I don't even know what I changed here. Doesn't really look like anything, honestly. I cut this for this. What a monumental sideboarding change. We figured it out. I think on the play, though, this is just like how I want my deck to be. It's just very, very good against what they're doing. I actually think there's a chance I'm supposed to have this dispute in just because of Vivian and Yorion and Ugin. They're like the only things that really matter. Alright. How's this hand? I'm not going to say it's great, but it's certainly keepable. I don't know that this matters. I can lead on this or play this later. I don't think any of it matters. Let's thin the library, I guess, so that I don't draw more lands. Because this hand is pretty good on lands. I'm looking for action. Still drew it anyway. You'll love to see it. It's not bad because it actually lets me activate that, but was still looking for the actions and not that. Alright, I hate it. This is not a good situation. Although, I do have 4 Blood Chief's Thirsts now. Interesting. Another Scoo's down. They can eat it, but that's fine. I've got the Didn't Say Please to turn on some of the mill if it like really matters here. Although I'd much rather just play this Thought Thief and just get to work milling them. Glass Casket, huh? That's fine. Ugh, the flood is real. So hoping to draw spells. We have not done a very good job of that. I still have a Didn't Say Please, though. So, not a terrible spot. And I will eventually find an answer for this. It's going to happen. Another casket? How bad is that for me? Do I need to please it? I'm pretty tempted to. Yeah. I think I'm going to. Without another threat, I think I'm priced in. I hate it, but I think it's where I'm at. If they miss their land, though, I'm in a really good spot. I feel like they're just gonna they're gonna have it, though. I feel like they're just gonna play like a temple here or something. No, they actually missed their land. Okay, so maybe we have a shot. Oh my gosh. That's not bad. So now we're starting to put the pressure on. This is still a problem. I mean, we have like 10 answers to it, so we'll find one eventually, but we need to find one soon. This thing is kind of soloing us. Another glass casket? Get out of here. How many caskets do you got? They only had 3 in their list. They don't have another glass casket. I don't believe it. Alright, that's fine. This being off kind of stinks, but here we are. So I don't have the chump line available. That's okay, though. Oh my god. The 3rd casket. That is not great for me. Ugh. I'm at least not taking lethal this turn. I'm not really scared of what they're doing either, for being honest. So I can Vandal and sack this. I don't love it. I think it's probably a reasonable play. No, I'm going to wait one more turn. I think I can wait one more turn, and if they don't do anything here, I can cycle on their turn and sack. I think it's fine. I'm fine going to, like... I mean, what do I go to here? They eat... No, they don't even have creatures. Oh, they have an Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, but there are no creatures, so I'm going to 4. Which is beatable. Or which is acceptable, I guess I'd say. Cultivate, huh? I think this is worth the didn't say please. Okay. The wind robbing. Oh my gosh. This is kind of ridiculous. Any kill spell like wins the game on the spot. I think they kind of need to spend their turn eating this, although if they cast... Okay, Skyclave's a little annoying. Still beatable, though. It's not terrible. Okay, don't call it a comeback. I definitely don't call it a comeback, because this is probably not a comeback. This can't even get black in my list, which is pretty annoying. I'm going to play a Thieves Guild. Get the milling on. Lurrus. Windrob U. 29. Alright, let's Windrob again. And opponents still choked on mana. They do have the Sun's Nemesis here, but that's 6, so they're not really close to bringing it back. 4 mana is just not... I mean, they could Shatter the Sky here, but it's just not... Like, it kills this and this. I get a 2/2. I get to bring everything back next turn. These sack to draw a card. Shatter's just not good here. Oh my god, another ooze! So many oozes! It's too much ooze! This is really good, though. It's kind of got this blocked off here, if you will. Are we attacking? I don't think you have an attack here. In fact, this is just like an absolutely terrible attack. Yeah, they don't. Very good. Okay, so they're going to get to eat one of these. No reason to sack on my turn, I don't believe. Yeah. So before we sack, I would like to do this. And I am going to attack with both of these. The question is, do I want to ship these two? They only get to eat one. They're probably eating Lurrus, and then I get one thing back. Yeah, that's probably too bad. Hit a Vivian, okay. And an Amarius Call, okay. So I imagine they respond, eat this, I'm going to sack this, replay it. At some point, we'll be able to kill these Scavenging Oozes. It's going to happen. When it happens, we don't know, but it's going to. Ha! Get this big fella out of here. Yeah. I think I can pass. They're not particularly close to an Ugin. A Yorion here would be kind of bad, but not the end of the world. Are we shattering now? No, Vivian. Okay. Oh! Spent years! So beautiful. The question is, which one do I want to go with? I think I'd rather have this. I'm also more likely to draw black, so I should probably tap like this, actually. We didn't draw black, but those are very good draws. So can I kill Vivian? Shoot that. I get to attack with this and this. Yeah, let's do that. Attack Vivian. Attack Vivian. And now I can play a Thieves Guild. And I'm going to play the Undercrypt, and no. And I'm going to leave up Dispute here in case they have a big play. They're at 13 cards, so I can mill them out next turn pretty much. Happily trade here. Skyclave. Okay, that one resolves. Kind of annoying, but it does happen. Although what they hit, the Thought Thief. Interesting. Okay. Guess they're still leaving up 3 eats, but now they just don't have attacks. Actually, maybe would send that. No, alright. They agree they won't be doing that, and here we are. Ooh, second one's actually pretty good. Do I want to do the sack? We are just like a couple rogues away from killing them. They get to eat? Yeah, no. I'm just going to wait. No reason to do anything. I could have attacked, I guess. Yeah, that was a bad no attack. I should have shipped. Makes them die to rogue next turn. The problem is if they like tap low and they don't have green, they just die. And with 2 mystical disputes, they like can't cast spells and they can't win with what's on board. With the time they have here. Oh wait, that is actually blue. They kind of need to like be making trades, but it's just not very good for them. Oh my gosh, into the story. Beautiful, beautiful card. And that should do it. Right. Yeah, I just... GG's. It's a nice win. That is a nice win. Oop. All right. We are battling. Dom's hosting. We're ready to go. Me versus Mr. Harvey here. Reveal Lurrus. Looks like Dom won the die roll. Dom says his deck is thick. He's got Yorion, so that makes sense. Ugh, thick deck Dom. The 2 Blood Chief Thirst hand against Yorion Doom Foretold stinks. I think you could make a serious argument to mulligan this hand. I don't even have blue on 1. These just don't hit anything. He has 8 creatures in his deck, and one of them's a land. He's probably just going to play as a land. And no planeswalkers. Yeah, I think this is already a mull to 5. And, like, I would probably keep if I had blue man on 1 to, like, go this into this. But given that I don't, I think this is a pretty easy mulligan. And this hand looks much better in an easy bottom right here. I mean, it's not much better. This is still somewhat awkward. But it is better, which is the key thing here. Dom does have a lot of removal. That's going to be kind of a nightmare for me. Not going to lie. Dom was also on 6, though. Both started on 6. No, wait. Dom was on 7. No, he was on 6. I lied. He was on 6. Yeah, we both mulliganed to 6. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but It is at least fair. We have the same number of cards in our starting hand. Looks like a golden egg? Okay. I can get behind a little golden egg action. Now, I'm going to need to decide if... Oh, you'll love to see it. You bottom one and then immediately draw it. Just can't get away from this card in the matchup. Awful. I don't even think he has 1 mana spells in his deck, so it's like super unlikely this does anything. But also there's a real world where I might want to cycle this. It does make my mana better now, though. Alright, you got me. I'll play it. I don't love it. I'm probably going to get Skyclave Apparition into here, which stinks. Okay, tap land. That's actually good for me. If he doesn't have a Heartless Act here, I kind of like my spot. I would like to not draw... I have 1 removal spell in the bottom of my library and 2 more in the 75. That's a good draw. That'll take. Dom has 4 Heartless Acts. This can get around it, although it's not foolproof, certainly. Omen of the Sea. You got it. Alright, we're getting up to the point where drawing the lock will do something. It's going to be glorious. I will snap counter a Doom Foretold this turn. We'll counter it very quickly. No, do not like that one. Get out of here. Get out of here, Dom. I'm not having it. No. Blue or black? I guess I have a triple black thing in my hand, but it's awkward because if I play this as a land, then I would rather have had this be blue. I think... I'm going to play it as blue. I think it's somewhat likely this gets played as a land. If it doesn't get played as a land, it's probably because I drew another land, in which case I can probably get black. I only have a couple lands that are just islands. 5, I guess. Ooh, Dom missed his land there, too. And he bottomed twice. That's actually very good for me. Get my Vandal guy going. Alright, we drew the island, so punished for the land color choice there, but here we are. Ooh, we milled a golden egg. And here is Big Daddy Lurrus. Curious. Elspeth's Nightmare. I very much do not like that one. I think I can counter it. Alright, so we talked about the lands thing and immediately put like all of the lands in the yard. Or have immediately drawn 2 straight blue sources. So very punished for how that played out. I do think I'm supposed to play Lurrus for what it's worth. Just get it in play. It still looks like I'm repping a kill spell here. Even though I don't really have one. Ugh. He has 1 Extinction Event in an 80 card deck. 1. Or 3. I'm lying. What? I watched my coverage. They said he only had 1. Okay, he has 3 Extinction Events. I should have played around that. Playing Lurrus was terrible. Like, actively terrible. I should have looked at that. Alright. Oh, I'm dumb. That's on me. He is at least at 8 now. So all of my stuff is turned on. Unfortunately, my hand is garbage, and I haven't drawn any of my card draw. Okay. I don't know how much this is worth. It does do some damage, which is certainly worth something. I think I'm getting Yorion next turn, which is really bad, because... yeah. It's very bad for me. Okay, Doom Foretold is bad, but certainly beatable, I guess. Probably sacking the Vandal. Although... I will be upset. Alright, I'll sack the Vandal. Okay. Good draw. Now the real question here is, can I draw something that matters? Because what we really want is an end to the story, which we've had a very hard time finding. A Castle Lochthwain would be great. Not playing around that Extinction event, I think, was really, really bad. I could have just not played Lurrus. A Skyclave Apparition, huh? Alright, so I am left with nothing here, and it feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Is even another Doom Foretold? Oh my. Alright, so chances of winning have diminished drastically. Immediately draw another Agadeem's Awakening. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, well. Gonna kill the Apparition because I don't have a better play. This isn't good for me. I'm still going to lose this game because he can Yorion next turn. But I actually have to play this too. Because I will I'm going to discard my card, so I might as well put it in play on my turn. Oh, we hard cast a Shark Typhoon, huh? Alright. I see it. I'm out here styling. Into the story one time, please. Alright. Drew more Blood Chief's Thirst than Frantic Inventories plus Into the Stories combined. Also misplayed with my Lurrus, which is probably where I lost the match, if we're being honest with ourselves, but that is what happened there. These seem good, and I like the Shades. I also like the Disputes. The Blood Chief's Thirst can get out. I think they're terrible. Dom's bringing in more Shark Typhoons. Dom just has 40 things to bring in against me. Great. Oh, these stink. Let's get them out. And let's cut the Heartless Act. And then I have two things to cut. Fairy Vandal, I think, is okay, but somewhat weak. I just think Essence Scatter is pretty bad. I'm going to go down one Vandal. Perfect. So I feel like that was very unfortunate. This should be a favorable matchup game one. Again, I didn't see a single Into the Story or Frantic Inventory, and then I misplayed with my Lurrus, thinking just had his list wrong. Didn't think he had as many Extinction events as he does. Which certainly is my fault, but annoying nonetheless. He doesn't have any escape cards to bring in, though, so I don't have to worry about that. But Shark Typhoon is pretty annoying. I'm taking the full time to sideboard. All right. Whew. We have had a hard time finding into the story today. I tell you what. This matchup should be good for me. And I just haven't found the card anywhere at all. It just doesn't exist. Pretty annoying. Seems pretty awkward. I do think it's a keep, but it's certainly not a great hand. I do think I lead on Triome, even though I might want to save this to cycle. I think I might end up flooding here again. But I have a Lurrus. I've got a Thought Thief. I've got a Didn't Say Please. I can kind of tear apart his hand, which is good for me. Okay. Don't hate that. So I am going to Remorse here, I believe. And feels like a pretty good turn to take his Birth of Meletus and leave him mana screwed. I like that. He did scry bottom, though, so maybe he doesn't have another land. Interesting spot. I imagine the Cling to Dust will cycle pretty quickly. He also only has one Cling. It's the only escape card in his deck, and it's in his opener. Come on, Dom. And he drew the island! What the heck, Dom? What is that? Unbelievable. I tell you, man. Dom. Ridiculous. It's so rude. How do you just rip it off like that? Just immediately top deck, untap, third color you're missing. Ugh. I guess. He even knows, too. He knows that playing the island tilts me, so it's just a very, very solid play on his part to, like, not even conceal the info and just, like, just immediately throw it in the face. He drew another one! Darn it. He doesn't even play that many lands. He's got 31 in a 80 card deck. I have 26 in my 60 card deck. It's pretty ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. Pretty gosh darn ridiculous. I think I am supposed to play the Thought Thief. Kind of hate it. No, Dom will cast something eventually. Ooh, we drew a Drown in the Lock. That's not bad. Yeah. Still think I'm going to Wind Robber here. If Dom wants to use his Mystical Dispute on this, I'm fine with it. Oh, Heartless Act my Thieves Guild. Okay. Okay. I can get behind that. That's fine. So unfortunately here, I am going to get kind of blown out by Mystical Dispute. I don't think I played this all that great, if we're being honest. Although I do think he's going to Elspeth's Nightmare here and leave up the Dispute. Yep. And that's going to kill my guy and take my counterspell. I can trade to the Dispute. So what do we know? We know he has an Extinction event. This is gone. This is in the yard. This is on the stack. This got used. And this is gone. So I know he has an extinction event and 3 cards I don't know about. The real question here is, like, just what do I want to trade with? I think the answer is I should use the didn't say please. It's not ideal, but I think that's the right play here. It gets Mystical Disputed. I hate it. My Wind Robber's dead. So, good turn to draw. That's not bad. I'm going to lose the Drown, so I may as well. Oh, he's going to Extinction Event me too, which I hate. I know he has Extinction Event in hand, so playing out both main phases is just absolutely terrible. I certainly cannot do that. I do think there's maybe a chance I was supposed to play neither of these and just put Lurrus in my hand instead. Because this turn I'd be able to play Lurrus and get back like my Wind Robber or my Thieves Guild. Instead I'm going to lose them, which kind of stinks. But there will come a time when I draw a Frantic Inventory or an Into the Story or really any card that's card advantage. I should draw those sometime. I'm playing 8. Full 8. Makes sense. Makes sense. You would keep a 2-lander, lose your land on your turn, and then never miss a land drop. That makes a lot of sense. So not popping the Nightmare, I think, is actually right there, because it would have given me another turn to use or to the Lurrus. Free attack. We make them. Dom's blocking. Yeah, he blocked. I actually... Maybe I screwed that turn up. There's actually a chance I was supposed to make that a 5-power thing. In fact, I think I almost certainly screwed that up. I kind of hate how I played this turn all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden, but I hate that play now. The thing is, yeah, no, I hate that play. I hated it. I hated it a lot. It is nice that Dom has not missed a land drop this game. To keeping a 2-lander and having his Birth to Melita's Thoughtseized. In a deck with... I guess he has 35 lands, if you're counting a Marius Call, but that's actually it. I mean, he does have Omen of the Sea, and like he's got cantrips. Like, it's not... I'm not saying his deck is built bad, but he didn't use those cantrips. He just ripped lands. Repeatedly. Which is kind of annoying. Okay, Agonizing Remorse is actually good. That one I'll take. Does Dom have the counterspell? I would like to take this Extinction Event out of his hand. He might have a Shark Typhoon too. I think that might be what he's thinking about over there. Clearly he is doing something. I might actually just take the Cling to Dust too. I think that would not be crazy. Looks like he is going to cling in response. No, he can't. Wait. Because cling is exile 5. I don't think he can cling in response. Because I have nothing in my graveyard. Can he? Can it like target itself in the graveyard? What? Oh, because it has no legal targets. Now things make more sense. I still think I'm supposed to take the extinction event. And I'm just going to play Lurrus. I'm not really getting anywhere, but, you know, here we are. Dom has a duress and nothing else. He can get another Yorion, but... hit a land. Okay, so he probably puts this Yorion in his hand. I mean, almost certainly going to do that. Ooh, Hagramauling's actually pretty good. Definitely want to cast that, I think. Don't want to get duressed. Would like to kill Yorion. Now Dom is very incentivized to play his Yorion next turn. You get a good, nice little chip shot in there. Okay, so his hand is going to be duress after he puts a 4/5 in play. I mean, this is good for me. When Yorion's just a 4/5, it's beatable. When Yorion's like a 4/5 that draws 8 cards and like kills one of your guys, it's just very not beatable. So, you know, good spot to be, I guess. Kind of need to just attack with the Shade. I will recast it as a 5/3 this turn. So I can now kill the Yorion. I do think Dom will duress me now. It's finally the first turn he doesn't know about the card. So I'm going to lose this Drown, which isn't great for me. But it wasn't really doing anything anyway. I'm not sure I have a 5/3 in play that I can repeatedly cast. A Shark Typhoon would be kind of bad here. Ooh, that actually works out kind of nice for me. He has the Nightmare. Huh. I still think that's better. Getting rid of that's going to be better than Cling, right? I think so. Yeah. Dom goes to 6 here. No cards in hand. I get to play out my Thought Thief. Forced Trade. I think it's... no, wait. That's not forced if I attack like that. Yeah, let's do it like this. Dom's giving himself to draw, or giving himself a turn. I have lethal next turn. There's not really a big incentive to put this in play. So I'm just going to not do that. I'm playing around Extinction Event. Okay. We got him. Never drew into the story, but the Skycliff Shades were pretty good. At some point, we're going to draw some of our card advantage. I can feel it. It's going to happen. I don't really want to change how I boarded. I feel like this is good. I'm just thinking somewhere down the line, we're going to have some card advantage. There will come a day. There will come a day where I draw my Into the Stories or my Frantic Inventories, and they are very good. So Dom only has one duress in his whole list. Wild. One duress was like really bad that game. And still, or I guess he has 2 Cling to Dust. I lied. So him having 1 is not crazy. Still 4 Mystical Disputes, 4 Extinction Events, 3 Shark Typhoons. He's got a Maze Mind's Tome. He probably brought in his entire sideboard. Like, I would not be shocked if Doom Foretold is just not in his list post-board. And it's just not something I'm going to play around. Like, I don't think he should have it. And probably stuff like Elspeth, or Omen of the Sun is probably out. He kept Birth. We saw that one. I don't know. Maybe Skyclave Apparition's out. Seems like that one would be okay, though. Oh my god, we've gotten into the story. I think this is a keep. I'm not going to say this is a great hand, but I do think it's a keep. Especially with Dom and a mold of 6, the turn 2 Agonizing Remorse is going to be really good. I finally have a source of card advantage, so I can kind of grind him out. My mana's awkward, but good. I have all of my colors. And I even have a Castle Lockdown, which is going to be good in this matchup. I've got on curve interaction, I guess we'd say. %, leading with Triome. It's more interesting depending on what I draw if I play this on 3. I think given that I drew Fabled Passage, I will play this on 3. Just because they'd both be tapped almost regardless. Definitely doing it now. So what's Dom working with over here? He's got an Extinction Event, a Mystical Dispute, and a Shark Typhoon. I think it's a pretty easy Shark Typhoon. Mystical Dispute is good, but something I can play around. The rest of the cards just don't really matter against me, if we're being honest. So we played Swamp. Okay, put Yorion in his hand. So I know his hand is Bright Climb Pathway, Mystical Dispute, Extinction Event, Yorion, and something he drew for that turn. Yep, I'm going to play this. Not running this out, although it wouldn't be bad to play it here, but not going to run it out. Okay, so the Pathway has been played. I'm going to take this opportunity to cycle my Frantic Inventory. Why does this tap for black twice? It's not an Herb Organ play, is there? Oh, it's got green. Hello. I'm here. I get it. I see what's happening. Interesting spot. I think I'm just supposed to play the Wind Robber. I don't know that it matters between these which ones I play. I mean, it's going to be good either way, and it's just going to be, one's going to be blue, the other's going to be black. I think I'll fetch to draw less lands here. I would like to draw another Frantic Inventory, actually. That sounds very good. I'm just going to get a Wind Robber in play. If Don wants to counter this, he is welcome to. I don't want to take down Didn't Say Please for a while here if I can help it. It's mostly where we're at. Again, mostly only interested in countering the big stuff. I want this to I want this to turn, I want to get like 3 cards in his graveyard. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. Yeah, I think it's, I just need to be turning these on. So he still has 5 cards in hand. Alright, let's play this and start the turn with an agonizing remorse. See what Dom does. I would not be shocked if he hardcasts Dispute here. Although, oh, Cling to Dust my Frantic Inventory. Okay. Well, that is good for him. So what do we got in hand here? A bunch of stuff I don't really care all that much about. I'm probably supposed to just take the Mystical Dispute just so that my Didn't Say Please doesn't get hosed. Although Cling to Dust is really annoying here. I'm going to take the Mystical Dispute. Don't love it, but it is where we're at. So I know Dom's hand is those 4 cards. Ooh, we milled another Mystical Dispute. That's pretty good. So I imagine we'll Glass Casket here. Yep, fine with Glass Casket. Dom's got 3 cards. Darn it! The end of the story was so good! Or not the end of the story. His first Cling to Dust was amazing. Very annoying. Right, a Shark Typhoon would be pretty bad for me, I'm not gonna lie. This feels like I'm getting Shark Typhooned. This is bad. Alright, you hate to see it. You really hate to see it. I do think I need to kill that, though, sadly. Alright, so going to fire off Didn't Say Please on any spell he casts this turn. It's kind of where we're at, because that lets me cast Into the Story next turn. So I'm really hoping he didn't draw Mystical Dispute. There's already 2 gone, and he only has 4, and it's an 80-card deck, and it's the only counterspell in his list. He does have 1 Duress, but oh, I guess he has 2 negates. I lied. So he could also negate my play here. That is a possibility. There's a possible thing that could happen here. Is that Doom for Total? Is he just casting? It looks like a Yorion with a Mystical Dispute up. Perfect. No, didn't have a Mystical Dispute up. Great. All right, we'll take it. Mystical Dispute here would be pretty brutal. I think it's fine to just play the end of the story, though, and keep my resources high. Nice. Very good. Question is, do I want to play a Shade? I think I don't. I think I'd rather get the Vandal in play. Although getting the Extinction Event out of his hand would be good. I do know a Yorion's gone, I'll say that much. Getting my Vandal in play. Go Vandal, man. Looks like Dom maybe is going to cling to dust here. Maybe we should have sacked the Wind Robber. I think the Wind Robber is still fine, though. I'm definitely going to play the land. The question here... I think I'm just going to pass. Just attack for 2. At some point, Dom's going to have to start committing. And he's not very good at answering my stuff. Or stopping like my Into the Stories and stuff. That's not what we wanted to do, Dom. I'm sorry. I have the Lochthwain. Like it's in play. Oh, Dom. All right. Well, that was one of the reasons I liked Fairy Vandal a lot, was that it was pretty easy to make Heartless Act dead with it. It became a pretty big beater. Alright, Dom's birthing here. That's fine. The thing is that he's just falling so far behind, and now I'm at the spot where I can just like very easily tempo him out of this game. It's going to be hard for him to resolve relevant spells kind of the rest of the way. I guess I have a lot of black pips. Sure. Blade on black. I don't think it actually matters, but I will do it. Are we Shark Typhooning again? I'm certainly going to kill this. It looks like we're cling to dusting. Gosh, I still haven't sacked my Wind Robber. I need to sack it. No! Why? Why are you like this, Dom? It is nice that my Fairy Vandal is actually like a big body here. So I can kind of like bury him in card advantage, I guess. Still not playing the Shade. We know he has an Extinction Event in his hand. I could play the Shade because it's pretty easy to counter. But I don't really feel like there's a reason to do it. Omen of Dasi. I kind of want to counter this. I just have so many counters. Alright. I will, in fact, counter it. Looks like Dom has had second thoughts on wanting to do something here. Aeorian. I am one away from Into the Storying if I do this. It's fine, though. Pretty happily going to Lochthwain. Ooh, we drew a Didn't Say Please. That's good. Ooh, Agadeem's also not bad. So death by 1,000 cuts here, but, you know, totally fine. Definitely just want to keep hitting my lands. It doesn't matter that he's, like, controlling the graveyard, because I can, like... once I get enough lands in play, I'm just going to hardcast into the story. I still have a Lurrus, too. Like, that's not even a place I've gone yet, but I could easily put Lurrus in my hand here. Is this the extinction event? It is. I think I'm supposed to make Dom say please. Say please. So I think it's a good time to draw cards again. I can't just into the story too and hold up drown. Nope. I think I'm going to do that. These. All right, let's make sure we do this right. I don't think we can lose from here, but let's, again, make sure it's done right. Negate. I mean, I have 10 drowns in my hand. And that's that. We have done the thing. Did I have lethal? If I kill that, play this. I did have lethal, right? It's 4. Yeah, it was exactly lethal. Alright. Alright, looks like I'm good to go. Playing against Gruul in round 4. Got some Gruul on the mind. I'm going to reveal Lurrus. This should be a kind of tough matchup for me, especially on the draw. Also, this hand's not very good. This is going to be hard. Opponent also kept 7, which I hate. I'm going to keep. Yeah, this is going to be hard. This is a tough matchup. Game 1 is especially tough. Since as long as they don't have an Edgewall Innkeeper in their opening hand, I'm in an okay spot. But if they have that, I am in trouble. All that said, it's time to win Rob. Go win, man. Might have to... Oh my god, they have 2 Innkeepers? Oh, this looks very bad for me. There is a chance here I am supposed to... I think I'm supposed to just kill an Innkeeper. It's going to be way too much card advantage. I can beat 1. The second one's going to be hard. Ooh, we did mill a Great Henge. That's good. Taking damage to do it, too, is also just like very, very bad for me. I think I have to do it, though. I don't like it, but I think I need to. Hoping for a Mammoth and... Okay. I mean, Mammoth isn't great. Don't get me wrong. All of this is bad for me, but at least they're not drawing cards. That I at least have going for me. Okay. Bloodchief's Thirst was a good draw. Question here is... No, I just got to kill this before they get card advantage. We got to be honest with ourselves about this matchup. I think I'm going to Frantic this turn. I think that's better than playing the Wind Robber and like maybe playing a Triumph. I think I need to save this Triumph to cycle. I have my colors. I'm mostly set there. This Wind Robber's done some good work getting stuff in the yard. We've cut off their card advantage, and with a Henge milled, they don't have very much. Now, this is a clock. This thing's big, but if I can find some answers for future stuff, I'm in a decent spot. In fact, the opponent didn't even make a play here. That's actually excellent for me. Feels like they probably have an Embercleave in hand. I guess. Oh my gosh, we drew a Adrenaline Lock. That's insane. And it didn't say please. Oh my gosh, that's so good. So good. Alright. Well, I think I'm supposed to keep this going. And I think now I can play this Wind Robber. And leave up didn't say please if I need to. But I'm going to be able to get the Lurrus chain going here soon. Like infinite chumps here. I just have to not let an Embercleave hit the battlefield, which this hand can do. I would much rather drown this turn than use didn't say please. Well, mana-wise, I'd rather use didn't say please, because the next turn I can put Lurrus in my hand and use drown. But to use it, I have to play this. There's actually maybe a chance I was just not supposed to play Wind Robber. And I got a little aggressive. Do I just kill this now so that they can't even get the Embercleave in play? This is worth a lot of damage. I think I'm going to do that. No. Alright, I'm just going to let this happen. I am going to no blocks. They're just letting damage happen. Okay. Go to 6. Sure. Opponent could have burn spells in their hand. That is possible. Like 2 Bone Crusher Giants. It seems weird, though, based on how they played. Alright, I don't like how much blue I've had to use here, but I feel like this is right. This at least means next turn I have, like, chumps going. Ooh, Frantic Inventory is actually just a phenomenal draw. Alright, so I'm definitely playing the Triumph. Going to attack. I'm trying to tempt them into using the Cleave, which seems likely. Seems like a place they'll go. Questing Beast would be pretty bad for me. Although this doesn't actually matter anymore. And I can counter the Cleave. So I could just kill the Questing Beast. I do actually think it's interesting if I'm supposed to counter the Cleave or kill the Mammoth. So it's like kind of bad against QB. I mean, I can do either. I could either counter the Cleave or kill the Mammoth. And the Mammoth doesn't like really matter. I guess I have a lot more ways. This is going to be a problem if they have more creatures. And I don't really have a quick clock. Tough spot. Alright, let's see what happens when I sack. Because I will be doing that no matter what. I guess I wasn't going to do that no matter what. If I killed it, I might not need to. Okay, given that I drew the kill spell... I think I am supposed to counter... No. Start with an inventory, too. Definitely doing this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to counter the cleave. It's just the scariest card in this matchup is Ember Cleave. I could certainly control the board. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the creature off of it. I think, though, I can just kill this now. I don't really know what attacking does here. I mean, it mills a card, but we already got enough milled. I think I'm supposed to just pass with mana up. Try and get my Lurrus Windrobber engine going. That's what I'm going to try and do next turn. That's a good draw for the opponent. I do kind of feel like they have a Bone Crusher they've been saving to try and hit me. Which I kind of hate, because this is just going to get hit here. Scorching. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So would I rather have blue or black now? Probably just black. Still. In fact, definitely black still. I would like a Windrobber. I think I can attack at this point. Opponent has one card in hand. Ooh, Mildred Henge too. So they have... If I kill this, they have no way to get card advantage left in their deck. The only card I'm like actually scared of now is Questing Beast. I am somewhat scared of that. I feel like it's pretty likely this card is an Ember Cleave. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Ugh. Shatter Skull Smashing, huh? Okay. Well, I'm not going to say this is great. I'm at 5, but opponent's out of cards now. And if I can deal with this, I'll be in a pretty good spot. I'm also like an into the story away from just winning the game. We don't draw those here, though. We draw lands, and we draw a lot of them. Holy cow, do we draw lands. Frank Inventory is excellent, though. That is a very good draw step. Draw 3. Oh, into Heartless Act plus... Oh my god, that was nice. Alright, so I'm going to give him a chance to draw an adventure creature, and I'm not going to like it if they do, but it's not super likely. They don't have that many. They had, I think it was just Lovestruck Beast and Bone Crusher. This is a big thing. What are we putting in play here? It was just Lovestruck Beast and Bone Crusher. Oh, this could be a Primal Might. Opponent has 2 Primal Mights. It feels like this is probably a Primal Might, which is... Yeah, alright. Get to blow them out. So that Frantic Inventory was insane. I think we're starting with an Into the Story. Oh my gosh, the sheer number of cards. There's so many cards! I think I can attack. There are some good draw steps opponent could have, but nothing I'm like terrified of at this point. They have 2 Questing Beasts, which would be kind of annoying. Outside of that, nothing in their deck is very good to draw. This game 1. Okay, that one's somewhat annoying. I actually Yeah, I can't block it here, so I'm definitely going to take one. Let's see what happens when I cast another Frantic Inventory and draw every card in my deck. Jesus. Alright. This is nice. I am just going to kill this. I'm taking no damage. I don't want to die to a QB. That's kind of where we're at. Can I mill them out here? I might be able to just mill them out here. Alright, they have had enough. Fair enough. I have a lot of cards in hand. I don't blame them. Okay, so game one is a really important one to get because post-board I get a lot of tools. They get tools too, certainly. But I get a lot of tools. Which is what you love to see. Alright, not bringing the Agonizer Remorses. To cut 4 cards? What am I cutting? It's so many cards. Alright, I'm going to cut Fairy Vandal. I am the control deck here. I can go lower on pressure, I believe. I still think the Didn't Say Pleases are good. There's maybe a chance I'm supposed to cut the Frantic Inventories on the draw. Because they're a little clunky. They were so good that game, though. What if I cut both Into the Please... or Didn't Say Pleases and a Merfolk Wind Robber? I feel like Didn't Say Please is kind of important. But also... No, I think I need this with Into the Story. I think I need all my mill stuff. Or, Lowell Mages, I mean. I'm going to cut a Hagra on the draw and Into the Story. And... Alright, I will cut a Wind Robber. Wind Robber's kind of bad. So opponent probably boarded in some Vivians, Clothis, Oxyvagonus, and Garrick Unleashed is what it seems like their plan is here. This is a good hand. I mean, certainly a keep. It's not, it's not the best hand ever, but it is definitely a keep. If this land was a Bloodchief's Thirst, it would be pretty much the ideal hand, I would say. Also note... Oh, you sly... Oh, I love it. It sucks this is an instant, but absolutely love it. Alright. That is pretty darn nice. They play like a Brushfire Elemental here. Yeah, I'm probably just Bloodchief's Thirsting it. It's just worth too much damage. Yeah, I'm going to Bloodchief's Thirst it. I feel like this is a Mammoth turn for the opponent. That's what it feels like. No, another Brushfire. Interesting. So maybe I was supposed to leave him. Ooh, taking some damage here too. Take 5. You don't love to see it. Oh, maybe they're waiting, though. I don't think I would wait. Yeah, alright, well. Essentially the same thing. Nothing really changed there. That was also a good draw. Not going to do it yet, but still a good draw. Much rather see what happens here. pretty likely to didn't say please this turn. Although, if opponent doesn't do anything, it's actually good for me. I get to play Thought Thief and then have Thirst plus didn't say please next turn. Which they might not play in open mana. That might be something they think about and then just don't do. Okay. I can actually counter this and it counters the other half. Ooh, I don't hate that. I like really don't hate that actually. I think I'm going to do it. Oh yeah, that worked out beautifully for me. So this game feels like it's going excellent. Opponent's having some mana issues. I've got multiple counter spells and a threat. I'm up cards. Still got my Lurrus. At a pretty healthy life total. Not like the healthiest, but fine. Alright, I'm going to counter that one too. Maybe it was supposed to didn't say please it. I don't know. They have Ox in their deck, so there's some merit to not doing that. Alright, I'm still just going to keep passing. Opponent is down to 2 cards. They're drawn up to 3, but I've stifled most of their card advantage engines, which I feel like is kind of important. I think this thing's going to die, like immediately. In fact, I bet 100 to 1 against Scorching Dragon fired. Whoa! Alright, guess it didn't. Able to do it before combat. Into the Story is an insanely good draw. Just don't hit Ox this turn. Okay, fine. Fine. I accept. So ideally I would like to Into the Story this turn if they don't have a good play to make. If they play something good, I will obviously didn't say please it. If they play like a creature or something, I'm much more interested in just, you know, like a non-haste creature. If they play like a questing beast, I probably didn't say please it. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. That is also fine. It's actually like kind of ideal if we're being honest. Oh my goodness. Now the question is, what side do I want to land on? I've got a triple blue, so it's not a question. It's one blue. All right, there we go. Had to think it through. We got there, though. We found the line, as it were. Opponent's got an edge wall. I mean, that's good. That is good. It's also good. So this draws up to 9, 10. I have to discard down to hand size if I Into the Story here, but honestly, it's probably worth it. Hitting a land is just so unbelievably good for me that I think I'm supposed to do it. And honestly, discarding the first Frantic Inventory is like not even that big of a deal. Alright. So we did hit a land. We have to take damage from it, which I don't love. But I think it's okay. Let's do odd. And happily going to discard the first Frantic. So I'm at the spot in the game where I just have so many cards in hand, I just have to play to not lose. An opponent has actual nothing happening, so not super scary. kind of awkward that this is like going to turn on the Ox, but I think I'm still supposed to get pressure in play. All right, I did mill an Ox. I don't love it. All right. Ox gets rid of so many cards, too. It's very annoying. It's very hard to draw into the lock of Flashback Ox, but I think I will actually get there. Oh, man. Is the opponent casting something? What do we have? They don't have flash stuff. Just saving time? Seems a little... I guess they just want to make sure they get their targets before I mill them. That makes sense. They don't have that many basics. No, they have 9 forests. I guess they just want to get mountains. I don't know. They did bring in Clothies against me. Alright, we're Oxing. Countering it just doesn't get me very far. They just cast it again. Like, it's better to let it happen, put stuff in play, and then counter the thing they play next, and then steal this, so that it doesn't go back to their graveyard. That's kind of how I've approached playing this deck in general, is that I think that's the best way to go about these things. I'm at a low enough life total that I don't care about this. I'm going to counter the next thing and steal this. Hardcast another Ox. Ah! Okay, that's fine. Okay. It actually costs a real amount of mana to lull mages this thing, but I'm still going to do it. I would like one Ox Plez. I think I'm supposed to win Rob. I've still got this Drown in the Lock to kind of take care of some shenanigans. These Oxes were insane for the opponent, though. This card is very annoying to deal with, not going to lie. There's another Ox? How many Oxes are there? Stop! Too many Oxens. I guess their hand was all lands. It's kind of wild. The Great Henge. Honestly, I don't think this is even that bad for me. It's fine. I'm not really winning with damage either. I'm kind of just going to mill out the opponent. Ooh, that one's annoying. I think I'm going to counter it. These Oxes are going so crazy with drawing cards that it's like pretty realistic. I can just like trade them and kill the opponent with them. Probably my last shot to cast into the story. So let's do it. Ooh. The mill is real. Opponent's down to 11 cards. Like, one Ox kind of puts him in a really bad spot. I need to save this for Embercleave, sadly. Although, we haven't milled a single Embercleave, so it's actually, like, just very possible Embercleave is one of the things they boarded out. I would buy that. Shatter Skull smashing, huh? Why are we leaving up 5? And also, do I die to Embercleave? I mean, certainly I wouldn't die to Embercleave if I countered it, but my attack is pretty bad. I think I'm okay losing to Embercleave. I think it's pretty likely they boarded it out. And they're now out of red mana, so I don't have to play around Embercleave. They're going to Ox, but they die. Now they die to me just casting a rogue. Or attacking with rogues, actually. That's all I need to do. Yeah, I was going to say. You can attack, doesn't really get you anywhere. Just attack with a rogue, play another one to give Zeds. We Gucci. Milled out. Jesus Christ. I got paired down into red deck wins. That was not what I was looking for. Torbrand, a Phoenix of Ash Main, Robber, Rimrock, Kargan, Weaselbeck, Fervent, Shock. Two Shocks. Only 2 Shocks is interesting. But still 4 Bone Crushers. Weaselback Redcap. Rimrocks plus 4 Embercleaves. 4 Oxes post board. This is going to be hard, man. This is the nightmare matchup. All right, perfect. Can we win the die roll? All right, chat. I'm 4-0. Not chat. YouTube. I am 4-0. I am playing against Red Deck Wins on the pair down, and this is one of the deck's worst matchups. It's red, black, and red and mono red are the 2 worst matchups for rogues, I think. Was really hoping not to be paired down. I am paired down. This hand is bad. Sounds like very bad, even. It's not even, like, close. I think I have to mull. This hand is close. I think it is a keep and a bad hand, but I think I'm supposed to keep. I'm going to play this and not pay 3. Tough spot here. Very, very tough spot here. Going to kill that, certainly. Ooh. That's actually a pretty good draw. No longer interested in killing that. Much rather get my Thought Thief in play. This deck specifically is not very good at killing Thought Thief, which I think matters a decent amount here. And I need to get my Into the Stories online. So I want to get this in play. Alright, opponent's going to attack steps. Not interested in blocking here. It opens up to get Bone Crush, which I don't like. Man, the pair down stinks. That is very, very unfortunate. A second one drop? Oh my god. And they, ugh. Very annoying. I think I'm supposed to play this. At the very least, I can hold these back. So this can't attack. This can't attack. The thing that's interesting is they might still attack, but I will happily like block a Fervent. Robber of the Rich. I hate it. I'm gonna do it though. Can we not mill the Phoenix? They have one Phoenix. Alright, thank you. If we attack with everything, it telegraphs the Dwarf. These can't attack without it. Okay, so we know they don't have the Dwarf. They could still have a Shock. But also, it's kind of free for me. It's not free, but it's a block I think I'm supposed to make. Okay. It's the most important thing to kill here. I think the scary thing is the red cap. No, maybe it's this. I can always trade with the red cap. Alright. Fine. Fine. I was thinking about... I'm going to play this tapped. I'm just going to put this in play. I was thinking about attacking and getting the 2 cards, but I think I'd rather trade here. The only thing that really punishes this is Annex. Annex would punish this quite a bit. It would be very annoying. Embercleave also kind of punishes it. I don't think I really have a better way to play around this, though. They do have 3 cards in hand. That is a lot of cards. And they only play 19 lands, which is kind of annoying. Oh, shoot. I was not sharing my screen. Alright. Opponent gets to attack here. Are we getting Embercleaved? Would I block if we were? So it doesn't look like they have an Embercleave, which actually makes me question what they have. I am not going to block. If they castle here, that's actually like very good for me. Maybe I was supposed to block, just force the castle. Still, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to. In fact, I'd like to just get a hit in with this next turn. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Right, hard casting the Bone Crusher. Am I in a good spot? Almost certainly no, but Into the Story is now on, which is big. So these are good draws. It's awkward that I'm taking this turn off, but I still like my spot. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. I think if I untap, I have a pretty good shot. I think that's where we are. An Embercleave here would be truly bad for me. Is this a Torbrand? Oh my god, wait. 5 mana? Okay, so there's Shatter Skull Smashing. I mean, this isn't good. Certainly not good. But it's something I can recover from. I'm at a high enough life total that it's beatable, I guess I'd say. And this is going to be dead soon. I mean, how many lands can they have, right? They only have 19. They've already played 5. Yep. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. So the idea here is to get to Lurrus. I mean, that's what we're aiming for. I took 9. That's not great. This one's scarier than this one, I think. There. Yep. And Lurrus in the hand. Alright, your turn. Do your worst. I'm planning to block and sack. That's what I would like to do here. Embercleave is not good for them unless they also have land. And land Embercleave would not be great for me, certainly. But it is something I could do. Why are we shocking? Robber. Ah, okay. So I'm probably taking 3 here so they can use Castle. Okay, they milled land. I like it. Oh, Drown is an excellent draw. Perfect. Very good. Very, very... Oh, both? You'll love to see it. Wait. Certainly better to do it like this. And a Wind Robber. I didn't play a land. I should actually Frantic. Alright. So opponent gets a turn. There are some bad draws for me here, but what they have right now is not good. What are we drawing? Annex? Okay. I don't love Annex, but it is beatable. So pretty easy kill this. Start getting Lurrus in. Just want to gain this sweet, sweet life. That's where we're at. Let's... Ooh, that's actually pretty good. But we can wait a turn. We can wait a turn. Start here. Then go here. And go... the rest I can wait on, I think. Now if opponent doesn't kill Lurrus, they die. And if they do kill Lurrus, I am still in a decent spot. Okay. I'm not going to say this is great for me, but it's something I can deal with, I guess, I guess, is kind of the point here. I definitely want to trade here if I can. And I'm going to play this and try to eat. I guess they could hit, like, Mystical Dispute off this, so I should do this in response. It would not be insane for them to hit a Mystical Dispute. Swamp. Okay. May I block? Still no Phoenix. Okay. Alright, let's start there. Is opponent conceding? No. Ooh. We drew all of the lands. Wild. I think it's a good turn to attack with Lurrus. Just keep getting this life total up. I could pressure more, and maybe I should be. I don't really think it's going to matter all that much. So I want to keep thinning. What? Oh, they exiled the swamp? No! Alright. Play my Thieves Guild. I was going to say, we set up lethal for this turn. This turn we just cast this, swing out. They're dead. Alright, post board. I want my Blood Chief's Thirsts. I want my Lull Mages. I want my Extinction Events. I don't want Mystical Dispute. Didn't Say Please, I think, is close. I think Fairy Vandal's kind of bad. I could see cutting one into the story. I think that's generally wrong, but I could see it. I'm definitely going to cut one Didn't Say Please. The question is it this or this? It could also be this on the draw. This is really inefficient and just worse than these. All right, I'll cut that. I want to like board out Franix, but you just you can't board out Franix. There's a chance it's supposed to be an into the story. The deck just needs it so bad that I just don't think you can really ever board that out. So I think this is just where we're at. This hand's good. This is a good hand. I will keep DC's good hand. Let's Murk Water it up. Ooh. Feels like this is getting stomped. That's what it feels like to me. Question is, do I even run it out? I kind of hate it. Like, they board in Scorching Dragonfires. They have Stomp. They have Shock. There's just no way this lives. I guess, though, they're on 5 cards, so, like, trading for a card is probably worth it, especially if I get the mill 2 out of it. All right. I hate it. I hate that this is immediately going to die, but it's probably still just the right play. Ooh, hit 2 lands. Stomp. Okay. I mean, that was the nightmare scenario. It's what we thought. It's what we thought was going to happen there, but here we are. No Ox! All right. Ox free. No Oxens. Are we killing the Thieves Guild or just playing a 4-3? I assume we're 4-3ing. No, an Annex. Okay. I get it. See what's happening. I think that's a good draw. I think I need to attack. I think that's what's happening here. I need to win this race. Alright. I've been given the very aggressive hand. It is time to get in there. All right, no blocks are declared. Do we hit an ox? Alright. Go, buddy. Don't hit an ox. No ox. Let's go. Opponent has 4 oxes, which is why I'm over here like, please, please no. Not like this. And opponent can attack here, but it's not good. Like, they need to play defensively, honestly. But if they don't attack, like, I just attack with flyers. Like, I don't need... It's a bad spot for the opponent. They are in a really tough spot, honestly. I'm probably into the storying next turn, too. There's a chance I want to Lurrus just to, like, keep the pressure on. I don't know. I'm definitely winning this race. I think I would trade, too. I think I would snap that off. Because then I have attacks. Like, these can't attack with this in play. So, I think if they... Yeah, they're not attacking, which makes sense. It's better for me. That was a good draw, I think. Now the question is, do I send... Yeah, it's just... I send both. I need to keep the pressure on, I think. Ox? No ox? Alright. Whew! Did they not board the ox in? It's kind of crazy that you would have seen no oxes in that many cards. Oh, it has reach! Oh no! I forgot this card had reach! Oh my god! Oh no. The red card with reach. I totally forgot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is bad for me, certainly. I did not mean to do that. I guess the Annex is a 3/3 now, though. That wasn't good. That was not the ideal play there. Oh, they've got the Intimidator. Now, that is their last card. There is no Ox, so I think I am actually in a good spot to didn't say please it. Although, this is still better, right? It has to be. There's just no way it isn't. Oh, they're going to play the Bone Crusher, too? Ugh. Alright, I'm going to let it happen. I don't like it, but I'm going to. This is still not a great attack for them. Certainly they can make the attack, but it's not great. And because I have both, I definitely have a block on this. This is the only card I'm really concerned about. I really just want the resources this turn. It's actually interesting if they attack with this. I think they probably won't. No, they should attack with this one, I think. That one makes sense to me. I hate it. It's like only Drown in the... I guess Drown doesn't counter this. I'll let it happen. Zaga Triumph. Fair. Yeah, not blocking. Can I has a Lol Mage's Domination, please? I cannot. Fair. That's not bad, though. It's not really great either, but it's not bad. I mean, this is the only card that's scaring me at the moment. The rest of this is eminently beatable. No Ox! No Ox! Oh! Ugh. They hit the Ox. That's bad. That's bad, 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 bad. It's going to help him find Embercleave too. I hate it. What is in their hand that they wouldn't play it first, though? Is it just another Ox? Wouldn't you just cast that one, though? I guess this is better. I don't know. It was another Ox. That makes sense. That makes sense. I guess they just wanted to use their mana. I mean, this goes really bad for me if they found an Embercleave. Alternatively, they can just also put this Ox in play, which is not great for me either, if we're being honest. Although, this is all beatable. I'm not going to say anything here is good for me. But if I can find a way to survive for a little bit, I'm in pretty good shape. I am getting Embercleave this turn. This is horrible for me. Truly horrible. Warrior gains trample. Yeah, I'm getting so Embercleaved. Do I have a way to live? I think I'm dead. So I'm blocking here. 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 And now I get Embercleaved and I am sad. Stunner that they had it. I guess this was a pretty bad play. I guess if I just wait. I feel like maybe we threw. I don't know. It might have been a pretty bad play. Okay. This is a shot. This one's good. I'm still, like, mostly dead, I think. I don't know how I beat this card. Like 4? I don't like my odds. So I have to steal this one. And probably... They put it on this, it's just 6. Yeah, I have no outs. I am dead. Do I want Cling? Feels like it kind of matters, but also I don't think it matters. What I really needed was an Extinction Event. Yeah, the aggro draw on the draw is just not very good. I don't think opponent's going to change anything. It's really just Ox is atrociously bad for me. Alright, we get to play first. Reveal Lurrus. Alright, come on, sick hand. This hand is really bad. Sixes have to be better than this. This hand is just so bad. Okay. This hand isn't good either, but better than that hand, I think. I'm going to have to lean heavily on Lurrus, which kind of makes me want to keep this. Okay, I think I'm keeping in Bottoming Island. Opponent is at least on 6 as well. So I'm not sitting here dead. Alright, we're going to jam Wind Robbers. Go, Flying Man! Get in there, buddy. This card is very bad. It makes me sad that I'm playing it. Very, very bad. Okay, Triumph, actually a good draw here. You gonna shock my Wind Robber? No! Leave him alone! So ideally I'm putting Lurrus in my hand next turn. That's kind of the dream scenario. I guess I can't. I guess I have to pay to do it. Maybe we're not doing that. I probably need to, though. If we're being quite honest. What is this? Is this Stomp? Robber. Okay. The defensive robber! Okay, they attacked. I was going to say, you're attacking here 100% of the time. You're never not attacking there. Oh, that's good. I need to get to 8. All right. Don't ox me, bruh. No ox. Okay, those aren't oxes. That's good. Is it reasonable to shock and get Lurrus? I have to take 2 more. 3 more. I could just play the land tapped in Bloodchief's Thirst. That has to be better, right? I think it just has to be. I think my life total is gonna matter. It might be wrong. I might be in a spot where I'm supposed to be tempoing out the opponent here. I would not be shocked if someone tells me after, like, this was a heinous play. You need to put the Lurrus in your hand. Yeah, that might be the case. Trying to get this enabled, though. So I do think this card is pretty good. 3-drop, so Anax? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a great one to lull mages. I hate it. I hate it. And I definitely need to be attacking, which stinks, but I think it's where I'm at. I need to get this online. It's very, very important. Alright, Oxman. Don't love that. That card's tough. Card is tough. Alright, another robber. And a Kargan. I assume this is attacking. The question is, are we attacking here? Which I also assume you would do. Seems fairly likely. They do. Okay. So I get to exactly 6, which puts me in a spot where they can't ox, but I can lull mages. It's not great. It's not great. I mean, this is not a good spot. Question is, do I frantic? It's so much blue and it makes Lurrus like pretty bad. I just need to though. Alright. I would like 1 Anax. Do I die to cleave here? not quite. I guess if they have a land, I am actually dead to cleave here. Although I am representing that I have something. So maybe they don't. They probably do, though. They probably do. I guess I can sack to find something if I need to. Wait. Oh, I can make 1/1s. Alright. They can't block, but I can make them. So if opponent has Embercleave here and pumps, I'm dead. They can't... I don't think they can know... Realistically, although if they do go for that line, I can I can sack 2 Wind Robs and try to hit. I can do that. Opponent's in the tank. They only have 2 cards. They can't bring back Ox. They are 1 card away. Yeah, 1 card away. So if they have a way to put something in their graveyard, they can. This really has been how every single one of these matches played out. I do feel a little dumb now, I'm not going to lie. It would be interesting if they castle Emberth here. I don't think they will. He's just jamming Cleave. There's no way. You know, obviously I'm not blocking. You put Cleave post-combat? It's so savage to just go for it here. Ugh. It's so savage to just go for it here. Alright. Do I thin? Drown off the top? Heartless Act? Heartless Act? No, I could have blocked! Drown off the top? Come on! Come on, deck. Oh! God, they just go for it and I hit the thing. God, if I had played before Combat 2, I survive. That is poorly played on my end. It's just like very clear I don't have it too, so there's just no downside to them for pumping. God, man. Lose the pair down because opponent, like... Very frustrating that you would go for it there, or even know to go for it there, honestly. Alright. I mean, I was never going to win. Embercleave is, like, unbeatable for the deck. Wow, that was a close game. I mean, you just jammed into open mana. Drew no removal spells. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Just need to untap. I honestly don't know if that Lurrus turn came back to bite me. I don't know. That was really close. The Ox in game 2 is a problem too. I don't know. I really needed an Extinction event. Never seeing one in that matchup is really hard. Alright, we're back for round 6. I am playing a Blue-Black Rogue's Mirror. This feels like a winning in for top 8. Ugh, this hand is so awkward. I think it's a mulligan. I hate it, but I think it is. This hand I'll keep, and... I think I have to bottom a drown. I don't like it, but I think it's right. Opponent has crab. So somewhat of an awkward turn here for me. I'm going to play the Thieves Guild. Yeah, I hate it. Double crab start. All their stuff's going to be on. None of mine is. They even have the Evolving Wilds, so I'm milling like 100 cards here. Yep, this is really bad for me. I need to draw a black land or I'm in a lot of trouble. We didn't draw anything. Well, I think I'm supposed to kill a crab and start attacking. Still really, really need to draw a black land. They didn't mill very many of them, so that's at least good for me. Oh my god. That's a good start. I kind of want to play my Thieves Guild, but I don't want to expose it to Bloodchief's Thirst. If opponent has an Into the Story here, I'm going to die. I don't think I have a shot against that card. But them attacking is good for me. Lurrus in hand? Okay. Like I said, I don't like where I'm at, but this gives me a shot. Does opponent have main deck Mystical Dispute? No. So I'm actually free to just play Soaring Thought Thief here. Get some extra damage in. Alright, I've put lethal on the table. Opponent needs something here. And Into the Story is not all that good. Oh my god, is this going to mill me out? I'm not milled out, but I am in a bad spot. They can recast a Thieves Guild here too. Ugh. Down to 14. How much damage are we doing, boys? If I attack with everything? Decent amount? I think I'm supposed to. So if I sack this, I did 1 extra point. Opponent is taking 6, 8 here. They'd go to 3. Should give me lethal in the air. I'd rather hope they don't have a fetch. If they don't have a fetch here, I get to untap and attack for lethal. I mean, it's just where I'm at. I'm not in a good spot. But if they don't have a fetch, I do get to untap and attack for lethal. I imagine we're going to attack with Lurrus. Okay. Are we casting something? So I am milling. Feels like they probably have something. I don't know what I can really beat. Call the Death Dweller and Windrobber. How much is this milling me? For 4? What is even left in my library? Are all my Bloodchief's Thirst gone? Okay, so I have 1 Drown left in my library. Bloodchief's Thirst, I have none. This is my only Heartless Act. Yeah. This is kind of where we're at. So I definitely have to kill something this turn. It's probably the Thought Thief. Did I mill to drown? I didn't. Oh, I had a Hagermauling too. I wouldn't have been able to cast it if I drew it though. So I have 2 cards in my library. And one of them is drown. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 2 cards in my library and one of them's drown. They have nothing they can cast for 1 blue. I'm 50% to win. I'm gonna take my shot. %50 to win. Come on, Drown in the Lock. Off the top, baby. Drown! Ah, come on! Gave myself a 50-50. Obviously, it didn't work. I don't know. That's a really frustrating spot, man. That is really frustrating. Opponent's at 2. Did I miss damage? I don't think I did. Oh, I do want to see if the last card was Drown. Alright. We got a 50% shot. They just had an aggro crab draw. 2 crabs with a bunch of fetches is tough. Alright. So what are we doing post board? The Disputes come in. The Blood Chiefs come in. The Skyclave Shades come in. Don't really like anything else. The Didn't Say Pleases I don't think are very good. And I think I can cut Anne into the story. I also think Hagermauling's kind of bad. We'll do this. Well, that's a very frustrating loss. They said they could have won the turn before. All right, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Come on, man. Another 1-land hand. The frustrating thing is this hand's very good. If I was drawing 1 more land, I would snap it off. It's the same hand. It's It's just worse. I don't think you can win on a mold of 5 in this matchup. This is so frustrating. Alright. I mean, this maybe gives me a shot. I think I have to bottom the end of the story. I don't know. This stinks. I don't feel like I can win this game. Mold of 5 on the play against an opponent that keeps 7 in the Rogue's Mirror. Gonna be tough. Certainly. I think I'm going to leave up Island, Rep Dispute. I don't know. Okay, they have Crab. Can at least kill Crab this turn. Alright, we're ahead on board. Not in a good spot, certainly, but we are ahead on board. And they have their own Thieves Guild. That's really bad for me. I do think... No, attacking here is bad. Yeah, I think attacking here is bad. I'm just going to wait. I don't really want to trade. I think they have another Thieves Guild, but I don't know. There's no way to counter this. He's going to flash in at Thieves Guild. Okay. Fair. The mill is real. I think I'm supposed to Wind Rob. They hit Cling too. That's super annoying. Yep. Crab land or another Thieves Guild? Yeah, another Thieves Guild. Okay. Makes sense. I'm getting dominated here. I don't like it, but it's where we're at. The real question here is, do I sack Wind Robber before and trade so that I get an Agadeem's? If I hit a land here, it is good. I think it's too important to know if I'm going to hit a land or not. 3 damage is less likely to matter. Okay. Not clear if I hit a land. I do think I'm supposed to trade. So I do get milled out first here, which stinks. I'm also on no resources. Do they also have an end to the story? That said, if I can kill their Lurrus, I'm in a good spot. Okay. I only have 23 cards left. I think I need a Thieves Guild. I think if they had a drown, they would have killed my Lurrus. So it's possible they have a counter spell. Flashing back Cling. So they only get to eat one of them, which is fine. So I think I'm ahead. I don't think this is a great spot for me, but I am ahead. Now, they can have any number of things that are insane here. Like an Agadeem's just probably wins the game on the spot. I mean, they have a lot of things that could be amazing here. There's not much I can do about it, though, because I just have no resources. I never got to resolve anything. Yeah, this is fucking horrible for me. Pardon my French. It's a frustrating spot. Mold of 5. We have a winning in for top 8 of a $4,000 tournament. Opponent's out of gas. I only have 12 cards in my library. Yeah, I know. Here I'm getting milled out. I need to mill 25 cards here pretty much. I don't know how I win otherwise. Alright. Is there anything I can cast that even gives me a shot? Wind Robber, I guess. I'm probably dead. I mean, I don't really have outs. If I cast this, I die. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Guess I'll cast it. It is a very, very frustrating match. %50 to win game 1, lose my 50%, mold a 5. It's very frustrating. No other way to put that. That was very, very frustrating. And now I maybe have a shot, but mostly dead. I need my tiebreakers to jump up even further, which I guess that opponent has a good win percentage, so that'll help. I had okay breakers. I still have a small shot, but it's not looking good. Very, very, very frustrating loss. Alright, back for the last round. I've won the die roll. This hand's really awkward. I think it's a keep, but man, is it awkward. I need this Thought Thief to be good. So definitely, I'm going to play this next. I just have all 2s in hand, so it makes a lot of sense to do it this way. I built a bunch of lands I wanted to draw. Perfect. So, my Thought Thief is probably going to get killed here. It's not great for me. Seems likely they have a Heartless Act based on how they played. Yep. But I do at least get to kill their crab, which isn't the end of the world for me. Would be a very good time to draw a land. Kind of need one. Okay. It's a good start. I think I'm supposed to play the Wind Robber. I just need to get something going. I actually maybe I'm supposed to put Lurrus in my hand. I didn't. I think there's actually a real chance I'm supposed to put Lurrus in my hand there. Countering that before it touches the battlefield. So into the story here would be very bad for me. Alright, well, I don't have into the story. That is good. I cannot cast my own into the story, so I am going to put Lurrus in hand. And hope they don't have their own, because if they resolve it into the story here, I think I'm dead. It's actually pretty annoying that they just had all kill spells and no. I guess I've only had 2 kill spells. It's not like I had a lot of creatures. They are missing a land though. That's good for me. Certainly just going to untap. I'm not tapping out so they can resolve it into the story. I don't have a lot of ways to counter it though. Oh, alright, I guess they have the land. So put Lurrus in hand, fair. Well, I'm going to cast my Frantic Inventory then. I mean, I don't like losing my Lurrus here. I think I'm supposed to cast it. Ugh. Thanks, I hate it. I don't know. I guess I could have cast this. I'm just not doing anything else with my turn. And they need to have like a very specific thing. Super annoying though. Alright, kill spell here would be amazing. How about a counter spell 2 turns late? I'd love to see it. Do in fact love to see it. I think I'm supposed to let that happen. This I think I have to counter. If they have a counter spell, this goes very bad for me. I need this mill, like, pretty badly. Okay, they had a counter spell. Perfect. All right, if I don't kill Lurrus here, the game is done. I'll leave another crab. So they have nothing. If I can kill Lurrus, I actually have a shot. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna die now. I guess they don't have anything in their graveyard, so the Lurrus isn't really doing anything. They get to use their castle, though, and I'm milling again. I'm gonna get milled out. I just have no shot here. If they didn't have castle, maybe. All it said, they've milled only spells. Like, actually, they've milled one land. Or 2 lands the first turn. So all their mills have been spells, and all of my draws have been lands. Perfect. You love to see it. Still, though, if I kill Lurrus, I have a shot. That draws a lot of cards. Let's start with that. It could be the thing that gets us back in. Okay, well. Man. It's really frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Yeah, only a bunch of turns late. Still have a chance. I'm not out of this. I am very much not in a good spot, but I'm not dead. The actual tough part here is that I've just milled all of my, like, he's just milled only spells. Like, actually, I milled all of my spells, and I've drawn land every draw step. Oh, I hate it. Okay. So maybe we have a chance. Probably not, but maybe. Who still has 6 cards in their yard? Is this the end of the story? No, the Salundi Vision. I think I am supposed to dispute that, sadly. I don't think I can win. I think I've just flooded like crazy. Not like they haven't either, but ugh. Down to 6 cards, and I milled 2 drowns. So I don't even think I have enough cards left in my library to like do anything relevant here. This end of the story can't do anything. Does Agadeem's do anything? It might. I maybe have a shot if opponent doesn't have a thing. So definitely Lurrus. Definitely Thought Thief. I guess Thieves Guild. I'm probably dead. I died to an opponent having a land. So super unlikely I have a shot here. Not to mention the fact that they probably just have a counterspell, but. Alright, I'm good here. I think if I had cast more spells, I had a shot. Given that I didn't, obviously, no shot, but. Such is life. This crab has been very brutal. In these matchups, the crab is good if you have it early. It's very powerful if you have it on turn 1. If you don't have it in your opening hand, it's a liability. It's a dead draw, and it doesn't really do anything. It's like, okay, like, I played the deck that didn't have the crabs. It was supposed to be more for... I'm just, like, consistently good against their stuff, but, like, obviously, I play against crab twice, and both people have 2 crabs in their opening subbins. It's like, yeah, I mean, those are going to be really good. They're really hard to beat in this matchup if I don't have the kill spells for them. Also, never cast me into this story. I mean, I think I'm supposed to keep this. It's a good hand. A bunch of castable stuff. Good start. I think I'm definitely supposed to start on black. And let's just play the Thieves Guild Enforcer now. Just get this thing out there. Untap land. Great. You'll love to see it. I'm not going to attack. It's like pretty clear they have a Thieves Guild Enforcer they're going to play here. Not all that interested in trading it. It's actually good though that this time they didn't mill the land. I'll take it. I would like to draw a land. That's kind of where we're at here. I guess I'm supposed to trade now. Land? Okay. It was significantly worse than a black source, but it is still a land. We take those. Let's see what's in the opponent's hand. They have a bunch of stuff, and I don't think any of it matters all that much. Definitely going to take a drown. So they are very, very likely to play land here. Temple. Put Lurrus in hand. Oh, they didn't. No, they didn't. Oh, it was going to be tapped no matter what. They had to do it that way. Alright, so if I could draw a black source, I think I have a really good shot at winning this game. Black source? Black source. That's a tilt. I'm going to do this on their turn. I want to play another drown. I think it's better to just play my own Thought Thief here. Get it going. And at some point, I'll draw another black source. Ah, they drew the creature. Perfect. You love to see it. There was the black source. It was on top that turn. Ah, we have the crab too. And you saved the passage. Very fortuitous for the opponent. So I know opponent's hand is Bloodchief's Thirst, Drown in the Lock. I don't think the damage matters. I really just need a black source. That's all we need. We're in a good spot. It would also be really nice if they would trade this with their Drown in the Lock. I don't think they will, but it would be very nice if they did. Oh, it looks like they're going to. I accept. Alright, a bunch of blacks. Come on, man! Will we ever draw a black source? Probably not. Almost certainly not. I milled 2 clings. Perfect. More turns of not black source. So that is a thing. Yep. Opponent has a Drown in the Lock. Still 1 black source away. Black source. Do they mill both of them? No. Okay, I have a black source. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you! We're back! I also get to force the Drown in the Lock play here. So they can't Lurrus unless they draw land, which is pretty good. Because they are pretty likely to attack. I guess if they cling here, then it doesn't do anything. Which they probably will do. But that's still probably okay for me. I could also just kill one of my Thought Thieves. think they're going to cling. They do, in fact. Was our draw stop also an agonizing remorse, or also a Bloodchief's Thirst? No, a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Perfect. Alright, we're turning the tables. It's actually kind of absurd. I have 2 Skyclave Shades in my deck, and of course they're both in the bottom 15 cards. Why wouldn't they be? You love to see it. Oh, no, both in the bottom 9 cards. Trying to race here. Not going to be able to. In all likelihood. Well, I get to kill a crab. We've got an opponent pretty low. They can put Lurrus in play here, which is annoying. They get Lurrus, play Lurrus. But if I draw a black source, I can Lurrus plus play Thought Thief and then win the game. I don't have very many untapped black sources. Although I can't draw Zaggoth Triumph, those are gone. My swamps are gone. Our Agadeem's all gone. Agadeems are all gone. Clearwater Pathways, I have 1, 2, 3. So no more Clearwater Pathways. I don't have any other black sources in my deck. Alright. Good to know. Very good to know. If I can kill the crab, though, I'm also in, like, a pretty good spot. I think I'm, like, I only have 5 cards left in my library, so I think what's happening here is I'm, like, mostly out of anything that I could do. I'm just losing horribly to getting clinged repeatedly. But, if I kill the crab, I mean... Like, is it even possible I could not lose the game after I draw 3 cards here? I have to win next turn. I don't know what my other play is, though. I mean, I just have to make this play. Oh, it was the 2 Skyclave Shades. That makes all the sense in the world. Very, very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Just draw like garbage in back-to-back mirrors. I don't know. I don't want to say I drew like garbage. It feels like the crab versions are favored, but it's tough, man. Like, just what gets milled is just completely random, but it just matters so much. I don't know. It's like, of course, Boldy's in the bottom 3. Like, it would have, I don't know. It's not like it necessarily beats anything because they have clings, but, like, I have 1 card left in my library and I drew 4 lands this game. I was missing black half the game. They're milling me out because of it, like, because I couldn't use my kill spells, and I don't know. It just is what it is. Alright, I'm dead. Super frustrating. I feel like I threw this event. Played a bad version of Rogues, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to have the crabs? I don't know. That feels like that's a really frustrating way to lose an event. Alright. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. Tough way to go out. Start 4-0, end 4-3 with no prize. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks again, everybody. And with that, I'll talk to you next time.
I'm joined by Kyle Balgamase. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian DeMars.
Zach Allen.
I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Proto Counter-Attack here, Ari Lax.